every January since the dawn of time, I've written up one of these stupid annual goals lists, and every February I'm like, goals who don't know her. Why? Because annual goal setting just does not work. Why? Because it has 3 huge fundamental problems. 1 year is just too long. Annual goals are so distant, there's no urgency, which of course leads to procrastination. They're also not flexible to changes in business landscapes or you because they're built on way too many assumptions. The main assumption being everything is gonna stay the same for 12 months, but it won't and you won't. Number 2, they're super overwhelming. Start a business, triple your revenue, those are monster goals, which equals no clue where to begin, which equals no motivation to take action. Number 3, annual goals are just absolutely useless on their own. Goals are a random hopeful wish list. I want to make $849,000 this year and be the first person on Jupiter. Yeah, and? How's that gonna happen? Goals are completely useless without one key ingredient, which we'll talk about in a second, but this year I'm going to set 0 annual goals for my business. Instead, I read a bunch of books and found the 3 solutions that will fix these 3 problems that annual goals have. We're about to create the most productive and peaceful Q1 you've never had. Okay, so problem 1 was that 1 year is too long of a time period. What's the fix? Easy, make the time period shorter. So the 12-week year essentially introduces this concept of treating each quarter as a year instead, so you have a shorter timeline to stay motivated. And in this book, he actually says that annual goals and plans are often a barrier to high performance because the further you plan into the future, the less predictability you have, which means assumptions are stacked upon earlier assumptions, which is why at the end of the year, sometimes you end up with goals that you're like, I wrote this year? And you're come here? Psst, psst. Psst, psst. So the solution is to compress annual goals into 12 weeks so that it's more like a sprint instead of a marathon. It's also very Parkinson's law, like work expands or contracts to fill the time available for it. So for example, if you have a 1-year goal right now, take that 1-year goal and imagine instead that that was due next month. Would you do anything differently today? I would. Problem 2 with annual goal setting is that annual goals are way too overwhelming because they're too big of goals. So what's the fix? We're gonna get super granular with our planning for our 3 months. So here's my 4-step planning system. Number 1 is to pick your lag and lead indicators. Lag indicators are the end results you want, like make $100,000, get 1 billion subscribers, get hella beefy. Lead indicators are the things that you'll do to get those results, like the amount of cold pitches you send, the amount of videos you produce, the amount of times you hit the gym, even though you really don't wanna. You have way more control over your actions than your results, so your lead indicators are super important. So example for YouTube, a lag measure is subscribers and views. A lead measure is how many videos we publish, how many ideas we generate, how many times I sit down in this spot and film. I can control how many videos I film and we publish, but I can't control if you hit the subscribe button. Or can I? I can? Okay. So here's a quick hot mini tip from me. Detach emotionally from the lag indicators because it's not fun to ride the emotional roller coaster of something you cannot control. So pick maximum 3 lag indicators. What do you want in the coming 3 months? Now step 2 is to set a timer for 20 minutes and brain dump everything you could possibly do to hit these lag indicators. What are you gonna do to actually get to the result you want? Limit yourself. You're only allowed to pick 2 to 3 lead indicators for each of your 3 lag indicators. Constraints are extremely important. In the awesome book 4,000 Weeks, he says, limit your work in progress, fix a hard upper limit on the number of things that you allow yourself to work on at any given time. No more than 3 items is what they suggest. We cannot do everything. That is setting ourselves up for failure. My biggest pet peeve in the world is seeing people write out like 50 goals that they have for the year. That's so unrealistic. You'll do what you can, you won't do what you can't, and the tyrannical inner voice insisting that you must do everything is simply mistaken, so be strict with yourself. Finally, and most importantly, my biggest secret in life is I break down all scary, intimidating goals into 15-minute tasks so they're not overwhelming anymore. I call them one-sitting tasks, aka you should be able to sit down at your laptop and get them done in one sitting. Obviously, it depends on how long you sit for. Don't sit for too long, it's bad for your back. And I know doing this is so annoying, but future you is going to be obsessed with present you for doing this right now. So just pause and take like 30 minutes to do this. All right, done. Now the third big problem, goals are just absolutely useless trash on their own. So what are you supposed to do? Easy. Systems. Systems are hot. Goals are Goals get all the hype, but systems are the MVP. Goal is the what, the system is the repeatable how. Happy people are in control of their lives because they spend their days enjoying the intentional good results of managed systems. Everything in our lives is a system. Each thing we do is a component of a system that has a purpose. How I make YouTube videos, all of this right here, system. How I hire people for my team, that's a system. How I make friends, that's a system. How I relax after work, that's a system. Where I play World of Warcraft for 6 hours every week. Every system has a purpose. So if there is anything in your life that you do not like, you can change it by changing a system, adding a new system, or deleting a system that is not resulting in what you want it to result in. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Another iconic one. Systems create a habit that makes hitting your goals, are you ready? Inevitable. How exciting is that? And the bonus is, at least this is a personal bonus, when I set goals, I'm like, I'll be happy when I hit that goal, but with systems, I'm like, I'm happy as I'm within the process and enjoying the system. So here's an example of a good system. Let's say my goal is to hit 72,394 subscribers on YouTube. My system is I will make weekly videos. On Tuesdays, I start the draft. Wednesday, I finalize my draft. Thursday, I film. Friday, I send it to my editor. Monday, I review the video edit and ask my assistant to schedule for publishing. Boom, system. But there's more. It's not just about the weekly system. Every month, we're also going to review analytics and talk about what we can improve on so we can optimize our processes. Boom, system. Every quarter, we invest in education to ensure we're learning the newest. Boom, system. Build improvement and revision into the system itself so you don't just blindly do the same thing if it's not working and it's not generating the results you want. So 12-week year plus 15-minute tasks plus systems is how you will win 2024. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. And you know what this goes really well with? My free weekly planning template in Notion. So you can put everything that you did today into somewhere actionable. You can get that here. It's a really good template. It's a really good video. I've been using this template religiously for the past year. And as always, thanks so much for watching. And I hope to catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.